we built it as really an all singing, all dancing system capable of doing all these things for anyone. And what we found out is that people perceive that as complex. And what they're doing is to really try and achieve specific objectives that they have. For instance, how can I do secure firmware over the air updates of my devices where the software that's being offered to the device can be proven to be 100% trustworthy, as opposed to, for instance, malware from a hacker. So now we're building more of our own services on top of keySTREAMs to do things like that. Another one, for instance, is in-field provisioning. When you've got a PC, it's pretty easy to get it onto a network and set up trust between the device and the network. But when you're talking about video cameras or connected microwaves or anything else that's connected copy machines, et cetera, that's a little bit more challenging because how do you establish the identity of those things and then get them onto a network in a way that's trusted? You can ask your copy machine manufacturer, hey, can you please, along with my copiers, give me a bunch of files with all the keys for these copy machines that I can upload to my network so I know there's a trusted relationship between the copier and the network. But that's prone to a lot of mistakes and human error and is not really building a system that's trustworthy by design. So the other really amazing thing that keySTREAM is doing is we built a system for in-field provisioning where the second the copy machine arrives in the building, it announces itself to the network. The network says to keySTREAM, hey, I got this guy who says that he should be trustworthy. Should I believe him or not? And keySTREAM says, oh, okay, here's a unique identity for this device, which then gets passed on to the device. Here, network is that identity. Now the two of you can trust each other. So providing sort of trust as a service.
It's almost like giving that device an ID. So it becomes a citizen of this network that you've created.
Exactly. It's creating a community of trust, but rather than doing it at the beginning of the chain where then that copy machine has to go from, the chips that go into the copy machine to the copy machine manufacturer to the distributor who's going to sell it to you and then to you with the little briefcase. I have a video on this that I can send you, by the way, that the little briefcase with keys has to go all the way along the way. And sometimes it gets lost and sometimes it goes to the wrong place and stuff like that. So we believe that establishing trust at the end of the chain unburdens everyone from having to do the little, suitcase with keys lugging across the process and makes it easier for people to establish trust when it's needed.
Yeah, I guess for you or for Kudelski in general, like this is so much, the whole process is so different compared to other organizations where some person along the way has to think, oh no, we have to make this secure. Like where security and trust is just another to-do on their list.
What we're trying to do is to teach people that it can be an amazing business enabler for them. For instance, is if you have trust between you and a device, then it makes things possible. Like, for instance, that copy machine, you don't have to sell to a customer. You can sell it to them as copier as a service, and they pay per page. And the end customer can't tamper with the page count because the security in the system is strong enough to prevent that. And you can also then prove back to the customer beyond any shadow of a doubt, this is exactly how many pages you printed, not one more, not one less. There's no way anyone could have tampered with that. Even the company couldn't have tampered with it to charge the customer more. So you get trust from both sides in a situation. One of the other services that we do for customers to maintain trust is, a lot of companies are using third-party components in their devices and even in software. So get this DLL library from here, get this API from there. And we run a service for our customers where we catalog all of their different components in their software, and then we monitor on a monthly basis what known vulnerabilities and threats there are to those individual components. And then we go back to the customer and say, hey, we've detected 3 different places in your software where there could be a problem and you need to do an update. So that's part of the ongoing security lifecycle management. So we plan, design, implement, test, and manage security over time.